Okay, you are watching and listening to the Bidin Film Club, and I'm assuming I'm Zan Nazli.
And I'm Shai.
And as usual, every week we watch a local Malaysian film and we review it. And nothing has changed this week. We are going to watch a local movie. It's highly anticipated. It's a Kabir Bhatia film. It's called Pulang. Okay. We watched Pulang and Kabir Bhatia's film Pulang. We watched it.
Yes.
And
we did do that.
I was quite reserved right after the film to talk about it with you, especially my opinions and all that. So I let you rant, right? Because I know how you felt. But I was going to save my comments to you for the recording. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's go. Let's describe the movie first. Let's tell our loyal viewers what the film is about.
You tell her.
You tell her. Okay, it's so it's about
So the film is about a grandma who's dying and a grandson who is helping this grandma find out what happened to the grandfather who was a sailor. It's based on a true story. So the film basically has intercuts of like real the present and also like flashbacks So yeah, it's basically what the film is about. If you want to know how it ends, you gotta watch it lah.
So the grandson
basically embarks on a journey to go and find his grandfather for his dying grandma.
It's like her last wish lah.
Yeah, and
right?
yeah.
Now we all also know, because it's been sold that way, that this is a true story of Ahmad Izham Omar.
Yeah.
Who is used to be the CEO of Media Prima, Media Prima, TV3, ATV and all that. And it's a true story about him.
Yeah.
And hey, surprise, it's a Prime Works production, right? So tell us what you think about the film.
No lah, you so excited. You go first.
Okay, so it's Kabir Bhatia.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, because it's Kabir Bhatia. I mean, I've seen many of Kabir Bhatia.
I really want to know where this location was, because holy shit,
it's
that
beautiful.
ocean.
Yeah.
Yes.
We cannot fault it technically. I thought
technically it was beautiful.
It was beautifully shot. Audio was great. Photography was great.
Music was great. Aubrey Suito, always a favorite.
Actually, music was great too.
I love Aubrey Suito's music, and like she's one of my favorite local composers, and I really
like
her Imomo song for this film.
Yeah.
I will sit in a dark room and listen to it when I so choose.
Now, how many Kabir Bhatia films have you watched? I can't remember how many I've watched.
I think like one or two, but they're always pretty lah.
Yeah, they're always pretty.
People
always say people always say it's like TVC shots, because apparently TVCs are always shot very beautifully. And look, yeah, it is beautiful and all that, but a lot of his films have been you know, the story has always been beautifully shot, but so this one I was kind of expecting it to be like that.
But
I didn't say any but.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say. I was expecting it to be like that, so I went in quite skeptical. Right. Then we watched it. Before we actually went to watch the film, we were already talking about it.
Yeah.
Because it was hyped up a lot.
Yeah.
Right, and everybody really wanted to see it. And some people in the industry had seen it.
Are wanking about it lah.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do in the Malaysian industry. A local film comes out and we wank about it, especially if it's a big budget film.
Not necessarily. It depends who the people in the industry who are actually talking about it, right? But this one we didn't see any bad comments for people who had seen it before us.
Everybody was wanking.
Yeah, everybody was saying that it was great. So
they were wanking.
So you tell me now.
No, you first.
No lah, you already. No, I'm serious. Go for it.
You first lah.
You're already talking about the wanking already.
No lah, I don't like this thing that we do. Okay, if we can't criticize our films properly, and if we can't really like give proper constructive input to the stories that come out that are supposed to be representative of our country, then how the fuck are we supposed to progress in the industry? If we're all just going to tap each other on the back and say, hey, good job, oh my god, that was great, that's like the best thing you ever made, blah 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 blah, and make everybody feel good and live in this little fluffy cotton ball of self-indulgence, then what the fuck is the point? What is the point? How are we ever going to advance? Malaysia tak boleh maju lah macam ni. So I don't like the wanking. I appreciate good film, okay, and I will call out a film when it's great. I really would, and I will call out a film when it's bad also. And I understand that at the end of the day, opinions are just opinions, and they don't really, you know, they're all subjective. But if nobody's willing to give constructive criticism to all of the filmmakers and we're all just trying to make each other feel good because there's so little of us, then what the fuck is the point? So no, I'm not a fan of the wanking.
Okay.
So tell me what you thought of the film.
I thought that it's a great story. It's a real story. Apparently it's real life, but you know, when we talk about real life stories based on real life, you must always go in with understanding that there will be parts and bits where it's dramatized. It's just normal, and if you go in not expecting that, then you're dumb, right? So I could probably tell the points where things were dramatized. I don't know for sure if it was or it was actually true, but there were points where you could feel must be dramatization points, right? We could see that the director was very, very much in control of the film. He knew what he wanted. He knew the shots. He knew how he wanted to cut it. He knew how the dialogue goes, and to me, it showed a lot of control in the film. Whether it really translated fully, I don't know lah. Because there was a part in the film which I felt was a little bit too draggy, especially the first part of the film. They were trying to establish
why he left.
Yeah, why he left. No, before that, they tried to establish how infatuated he was with his wife.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That he really loved his wife and he was doing it all for his wife. Right? And that dragged on for so long. Then only he left.
Yeah.
Because the story really is about him leaving and then the grandson looking for him.
Yeah.
You know? So I didn't understand why they had that part very, very, very for a very long time. They stretched it out, lah, right? And I didn't like that.
Okay.
Right? I didn't like that. Some of the characters in the film were annoying and irritating. And I could see that in your reaction too. You flip-flopped between who you liked and who you didn't like from the beginning until the end.
It was very clear who I liked.
Yeah.
Very
Not in the beginning though. In the beginning, that person you liked, you hated like anything.
Yeah.
Right? I also realized that how irritating some of these characters can be. But I knew it was based on a true story. So I tried to tell myself, look, these people probably are like that. You know? You can't have a pure a character who's so pure that everybody enjoys, everybody likes. And you can't have every character to be somebody you like.
That's true.
If not, it'll be a flat film, you know, with no dimensions and all that. And I actually like the fact that these characters made you flip-flop like that, right? Because it showed that the filmmaker wanted you to feel a certain way about certain characters and then try to totally flip it when it comes towards the ending of the film, you know? So when I saw that reaction in you, it helped me with my interpretation of the film by saying that, oh, yeah, I guess it worked, you know, because everybody tried to demonize the grandfather, right, in the beginning, right, because he left and never came back, right? Everybody knows this. This is not a spoiler because that's how the film is sold.
That's really the premise of the damn film.
He goes and he never comes back, and hence that's why the grandson went looking for him. So in that sense, I thought it was great, but there were a lot of weaknesses too. Number one was a draggy part in the front of the film, the beginning of the film. I think, as much as I thought the characters were real, they could have been portrayed a little bit better as well.
So much better.
Yeah, more dimensions to the character too. Because if it's a real story, you can actually study the characters.
Okay,
you
so
know?
going to the thing about where you say like characters are supposed to be human, and you felt like the characters here that made me flip flop were human, and that's human nature, and that's what makes it real.
Well, the characters and also the story.
Yeah, no, I'm all for that, and I'm all for like development and you know, flopping sides and everything towards the end. But the problem with it is that they were so two-dimensional throughout.
One-dimensional, maybe?
Yeah, almost. But it was like one-dimensional, and then you flip the dimension rather than you flip the character. So it felt like the character wasn't growing. It's just that what happened. It's very passive, lah.
Okay, I agree with that.
So that was the problem that I had with
same,
with the characters. It wasn't so much what the characters were doing per se. It was really just that. And the only real thing that felt really organic and felt like it really developed in the whole film actually was not even the relationship between him and the grandmother, even in the beginning draggy part, or the relationship between his mother and him, or any of these relationships, which by the way took up like what, 80% of the film. But the very small part of the film, which was this bromance that was happening between the grandfather between the grandfather and his Chinese friend that he met during the war.
Who actually they saved each other's lives.
Yeah, this bromance was literally the purest, realist
part of
relationship
the film. In the story,
in the whole film. Everything else was just so it was lacking. Not to say it was lacking chemistry. It was lacking chemistry, it was lacking dimension, it was lacking growth, it was lacking development. You see them doing things that indicate to you that they're doing this because of this thing that has happened, but you can't really fully feel it because there has been no development and pushing towards that. You know, but this bromance, however, I was there for it.
So I agree. I totally agree with you about the flip-flopping of the characters. If you had developed the characters with so many dimensions and you know they were trouble and there were many layers to it, and then when they flop, you were like, oh, you know what I mean? But this one, they were actually manipulating the story rather than the character's
it was very
personality.
Flash-cut-like.
So I have to agree with that. And I agree with you about the bromance too. And for all you know, the bromance part was a dramatized part. You know, because everybody else were real characters.
I don't know lah. I feel like I don't know. I think that the bits where she was alone were definitely also dramatized lah. I mean, they were trying very hard to convey the kind of different conflicts that she was feeling, you know, and to a certain extent, I felt that but I felt it more for the because I knew that it was based on a true story. I felt it more for the real person rather than the character I was watching on screen.
Right.
So let's say you had told me this was a piece of fiction and I watched it. Oh my god, girl, I would have shat on it so hard because the way that they had delivered the character of the grandmother in her youth was just really, I don't know, it was quite bad lah, honestly. Like the way that she was dealing with her conflicts, the way that she was dealing with all this turmoil that she was facing was just so generically template TV3 drama. Macam it was so flat. It was just really, really flat.
True. I want to give a praise, I guess, to the detail of the art direction lah.
Oh yeah.
Manjit, I know the art director, David Manjit. You did a good job on this film. Oh my god, you had like real sets that was designed properly, and you had extras, and you know what I mean? The extras were also, it was done very well. Okay, I think that's what. Would you got anything else to say about the story?
Don't run off with the first man that gives you a free basket of fish. Evidently, life is not.
But he was a hunk though.
Life is not just about a basket of fish. Guy can't even write you a letter. Don't run off with him. You deserve better, friends. Lamb biryani or nothing, okay?
Okay. Would you recommend this film to be watched?
I would. I think you should watch this film because really aesthetically it's very pretty and the story is not all bad either. It could have been better, true, but it's not bad, you know. And we, as you know, if you've seen the previous episodes of the fucking Fat Bidin Film Club, we've seen so many bad films. Okay, so this was really really
top
great.
notch.
I was quite taken. You can ask that. I was really quite taken, specifically by the bromance, but also by the story, and I really wanted to know what happened. And true, it could have still been a little bit tighter. It could have been developed a little bit better, but it's up there lah. It's up there with like nothing's perfect. Okay, nothing's perfect. It's not a bad film, but it could have been better.
Like I feel that I think I feel the same way as you. It's up there. It's one of the better films that
if you're
has
gonna
come out
watch
of
a Malaysian
Malaysia.
film, you should go and watch this.
I feel like it's one of the better Malaysian films out there, and hence when we review it, it's going to be a little bit more critical too.
Yeah.
The higher the benchmark, the more critical we're going to be. Just like when we watch Mandatory,
Yeah.
it's one of the better TV shows out there.
Mandatory won awards, by the way.
Yeah, congratulations,
Yay,
Alfie and Inspector Tempe, you know, Ariel Zafrail and all that. Congratulations to them. You see, Mandatory, it's not perfect either, but
it was also great.
yeah, it was good, and hence we will be a little bit more critical,
Yeah.
but we loved it, and so
Yeah.
is this show. So go watch
Yeah.
it, give it a try. Wanking or not wanking, I still think this is Kabe's
Don't
better
wank to
films.
it lah,
I'm not
but-
wanking to it, but I have to admit that could be one of Kabe's better films, lah. You know, it was great. Go watch it. It's just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay lah. So the thing that really translated for me also in this
Ah.
film is that you very rarely get Malaysian films with a lot of heart. Okay, and this film really has a lot of heart, which is really why you should watch it. I really that really translated to me. I really felt the heart of it. Okay, of course it could have been delivered and portrayed better, sure, but there's a lot of heart in it.
Yeah.
And Malaysian films sometimes don't have heart at all.
Yeah.
And it really sucks when good stories aren't told properly, and you know, stories aren't told with the right intentions. So I feel like this one really aligns, which is really why you should go watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shout out Elvin Wong and Remy
Elvin
Ishak.
Wong.
Their
By the way,
interaction.
I've watched Elvin Wong like my whole life as I've been growing up, and I swear he just gets better and better with age.
Yeah.
Elvin Wong is like wine, y'all. It's so great.
The two of
Elvin
them.
Wong was also in Mandatory, by the way. Huh?
Yeah. So and they had the bromance too.
Huh?
So-
Elvin Wong is like the beacon of romance lah.
Elvin
I'm
and
calling
Remy
it
Ishak, they interacted really well. Their characters went together very well. That was great.
Elvin Wong.
So okay. So if you got any comments about this review or about the film, please comment below, or follow us on all our social media platforms. The tag is @FatBidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You send us questions, send us comments, send us suggestions. Subscribe to us. Like this video, don't like this video, share this video, whatever. So yeah, you've been watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shell Abustawan.
All right.